Next steps from warm-up exercises, which are dry fire reps to get your hands warmed up, load one, shoot ones to get everything dialed back in with ammunition, are multiple or consecutive shots. There's a couple of ways to go about this stuff. There's slow fire, and then there are rapid fire exercises.
Okay.
For new shooters, again, we're trying to learn sight and trigger and the harmony within that. I try to encourage people to continue the warm-up with some slow fire consecutive shots.
Okay.
So your magazines can hold as many as they can hold.
Okay.
Okay, some states are limited to 10. This is a magazine that's capable of holding up to 15. And as you load, you will start showing up with shiny stuff behind here, exactly how many are in the magazine.
Okay.
So loading one is easy. Loading multiples, we'll pick how many do you want. I like sets of odd numbers, 1s to 3s to 5s.
Okay.
And it keeps you very honest with each shot.
Okay.
So remember, when you're looking at the ammo in the magazine, you're looking at each round of ammo as though it's its own complete thought.
Okay.
Slow fire is one complete thought per shot. So you're recreating a broken record type experience with each round that you shoot. And that is all dictated by the sights. The sights begin, end, and restart each loop. So what is the mental narration? Where are my sights? Where is my trigger? Get to the wall. Perfect the sights, compress. Let the sights settle. Where are my sights? Where is my trigger? Get to the wall.
Perfect
Compress. Perfect, compress.
Compress.
Exactly. And that is what you're narrating for yourself in your head. It'll slow you down and it'll keep you focused on the correct things, which are align the sights, stabilize the gun with grip pressure, the image you're seeing of the dot, the compression, even compression of the trigger. Ultimately, it goes pew. That's great. We're not worried about the pew.
Right.
We're worried about the experience, the feel of the gun.
Okay.
So let's take the next logical step, which is learning how to shoot multiple or consecutive shots.
Okay.
There's two ways of going about this. There's slow fire and there's rapid fire. And remember, at a new shooter level, it's about control and safety, and that's where our emphasis is. Can you perform both very well and very safely? Absolutely. But as you're warming up and getting familiar with your firearm, there's really no rush.
Okay.
Right? A safe person is someone who's in full control.
Yeah.
So with multiple shots, we're not just going to vomit 3 rounds at the target.
Okay.
All right? We want to have a little bit more intention with what we're doing. So I'm going to fire 3 rounds, one after the next.
Okay.
In order to do that and not look like one blah, blah,
Yeah.
right? Which we
it
don't
out,
want to do. It's
no.
like,
Yeah.
we need to look at each one of these rounds as a complete thought. So
Okay.
one thought per shot. And what's happening in my mind? I've loaded and made ready the firearm. I have a perfect grip, perfect stance, everything looks great. I present the gun on the target. I find my sights.
Sights.
I find my trigger.
Trigger.
I bring the trigger back to the wall. When I feel that wall, I perfect my sights. I compress through until ultimately it goes pew. Don't really worry about when.
Okay.
Settle the sights, find my trigger, get to the wall, perfect, compress, pew, find my sights. You see where I'm going with
I
this,
see.
right? It's rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat.
Gotcha.
And we keep the gun on the target for all 3 shots.
Okay.
And all we're doing is fighting to find our sights. So one trick or one little life hack or tip is you're greedy with your sights.
Okay.
I want them, I want them, I want them, but I'm patient with my trigger. I have all the patience in the world for the trigger. Man, I am greedy for those sights. Putting your mental energy into holding that sight gorgeous the whole time. So I have 3 rounds loaded in this magazine. You'll find out how many rounds your magazine can hold when you look at many of the markers, right?
Okay.
Some of them will have different capacities. This one holds up to 15. I have 3 rounds loaded because I want to shoot a set of 3. I like odd numbers when I'm doing these drills with new shooters because it really keeps you present in the moment, and it's not one and throw the next one away.
Got
One
it.
at a time. So I'll take it from the top, I'll demo it for you, and then I'll have you give it a try.
All right.
So I have my happy stance, feeling good and strong. Guns are on the bench the way I want them. I will load and make ready. Settle in, decide where I'm going to shoot, and aim in. Find my sights, get to the wall, perfect the sights, compress. Find my sights, get to the wall, perfect my sights, compress. Find my sights, get to the wall, perfect, compress. Straight finger, return to compress, ready?
Wow.
Look down, check what I'm doing, make sure everything looks good, and I can clear and bench. So the cadence or the rhythm of what you're doing is not as important as that mental loop.
Yes.
And the faster that mental loop becomes something you're comfortable with, or the more comfortable with it you are, the faster it will become kind of naturally at this stage. But up until it feels correct to you and like it's yours, there's no rush. Take your time with it. Give yourself permission to narrate the process, either aloud or internally. People might look at you funny if you talk to yourself in the range, but you know, we won't judge you.
Right. Yeah.
Right? Okay, so let's give it a go.
Okay.
Excellent. Settle into your grip. Remember, there's no rush to the target. You want this specific spot to feel correct. Set your position, set your pressures. And when you're ready, look where you want to go and point. Good. Good. Gentle. Straight finger, and then return. Excellent. Clear and bench. How did that feel?
That felt great.
Isn't it satisfying?
Yes.
I know. Now you're like, I want to do it again.
Yeah.
And look, we got some great hits.
Yeah.
Because that gun is stabilizing, and you're also learning to trust the process and have confidence and faith in the process itself.
Yes.
And that's what yields better and better and better groupings and more consecutive shots that are good.
Yes. Oh, you're such a great teacher.
Oh,
Thank you.
This is fun.
This is
Thank you
so
for
fun.
coming out and hanging out with
I
me.
appreciate it. Yeah, we should do it again sometime.
Deal.
Okay.